leaving the motel I stayed at tonight. We're heading to southwestern Virginia and then soon to be Tennessee, and we're gonna go visit Smoky Mountain National Park. So we got a 2.5 hour, very cold ride. It's about 40 degrees. So we're gonna get on the way. So I stayed in a motel last night. Call me a cheater, I don't know. Are there rules to this? I'm not sure. But I got a nice bed, a nice shower. I stopped at this, it was this nice like 50s diner. It was an Elvis diner. And I got a nice burger and milkshake. And a terrible storm came through. It was pouring and lightning. So I'm really glad that I was able to get out of that. So I'm here at camp now, set up, speaking to you from the future. The sun's out now. It's wonderful. It's beautiful out. I've accumulated a nice pile of firewood, but it has been an eventful day getting here, to say the least. Right here, we have a perfect example of how things don't always go right. I've been riding. My hands are completely numb. There's a wind chill of 30 degrees, plus, you know, the wind chill of me going 50 miles an hour. And the campsite is closed. So I don't know what I'm gonna do here. Shoot. So this is the kind of stuff you gotta look out for. It's probably the size of a football. I don't know if you can tell. I'm not sure what animal could leave that there other than a bear. So that makes me a little nervous, but I'm not even sure I'll be staying around here tonight because the campground's closed. But I'm not sure I have any other option just to go around the gate. You know, I hate to be that guy, but I don't think I have any other option. I might freeze if I have to go somewhere, so we're gonna drive around and see what there's to see, and I'll get back to you. We've made it to camp. This is the third camping spot we're gonna be at, although I didn't really bring you along to the second one. And 3 for 3, we're on a river or a creek. You know, I'm kind of deep in a national forest, and not too far up the road in both directions, there are pretty sizable hunks of scat. And I'm not sure if that is from a bear. Not sure what else could leave that, like I was saying. So I'll have to be cautious. You know, I've camped in bear country before. You know, just be mindful that you're cooking and storing your food separate from your camp. But I'm gonna have a fire going tonight, so hopefully that can act as a second man on watch, you know. But this stream is absolutely beautiful, so it makes up for it if I get mauled for a bear. By a bear, not, you know what I mean. So I've since bundled up a little bit, although the sun is out and it is clear skies now and absolutely gorgeous. It's still freezing. So we're gonna hang out at this campsite for a couple days, and I think 2 days actually. I'm actually meeting up with my sister in Tennessee, who she's never been camping. She calls it pretending to be homeless, which I guess is essentially what I'm doing, but so we got a pretty sweet spot picked out in the mountains of Tennessee, right outside of Smoky Mountain National Park. We're gonna meet up with her, see how she likes the idea of camping, I guess. So yeah, we're gonna hang out here tonight. We're gonna have a fire, cook up some dinner. I think I'm gonna say forget about it with cooking away from my camp. If a bear wants me, he can come get me. I'm too tired to walk away. Calculated risk, I don't know, call it stupid, whatever. But I just hope I don't have any unwanted visitors. So I'm gonna hang out, get this fire going in a little bit. So I've spent a lot of time processing this wood down. I think I'm gonna split it and, you know, process it a little further into some smaller pieces. Might be a little easier for tonight. Some of this stuff is oak, and it's taking quite the beating. So I think I'm gonna call that good for now, at least. See where that gets us. That was a fail. It was meant to look cool. That is the issue. I'm essentially in a swamp. All back there is all swamp next to the river. So the wood is not the driest, but it'll get going. Give it time. Whatever that storm was that came through here last night, I kind of hit this place hard because all of the wood is either soaking wet or completely rotten. So I have just piled as much as I can on that fire to hopefully dry it out and get going, but I'm getting smoked out if you cannot see. So, geez. So I'm a little fed up. So this is my formal challenge to the bear. I will be cooking 10 feet from where I'm sleeping. Cue the bear walking behind me in frame. That'd be some good timing, huh? Hey, speaking of timing, what are the chances of that? It's the second person who drove by. I don't know what it is, where they're going. There's nothing over there. That smells really good. So I'm gonna watch some Walking Dead while I let this cook, and I'll get back to you with a professional food critic's review. So I finished cooking this here, and unfortunately, I put way too much water. I guess I'm bad at measuring. I put 2 cups, but apparently not. It'll be like a soup. You can tell it's definitely like not real tomatoes, but it's good. I can't complain. I mean, I think it's one of the better ones. That's for sure. The creamy pesto, that's my favorite, but close second, I guess. I'm gonna enjoy this by the fire. It was 28 degrees last night, and the whole camp is frozen over, so I figured I'd get some blood pumping. So I hiked up to where I found some of that potential bear poop. So 12 hours later, I'm on the top of a mountain in Virginia, bordering Tennessee. As I was leaving the forest I stayed in last night, I saw a sign that said no horses, and it was in a specific zone, implying that there are horses allowed in other parts. So it was on my way out I realized that that's probably horse poop. So I think I was fearing all night for nothing. But hey, that's how it goes. It's gonna be cold tonight again, but the view from up here makes up for it. If I freeze tonight, I will freeze with a beautiful sunset in my head, because it was the most stunning thing I have ever seen. This, by far, is the best camping spot I have been at in all of my adventures. So I just ate some lunch. I figured I would show you guys how I take care of dishes out here. So it works best when you have like sand. But what I do, is I put some grit in there. I don't know if you can see, but I got some dirt, got some gravel in there. I try to pick out all the big pieces, so it's just the fine stuff. Then I put a little water in here. and I use that dirt just as an abrasive to, yeah, I do it with my hand, all right? Got limited resources out here. So I put a little more dirt in it, scrubbed it a little more. I just gotta rinse it out. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, you have a clean pot. We got the bike warming up. It's gonna be another cold one today. Getting out of here before some rain rolls through. I'm definitely sad to be leaving this place. It's quite the view. We're now in the great state of Tennessee, and as you can see, I guess it looks good on camera, but it's not the best. It's not the best tent spot I've ever had, but it's not the worst, so I can't complain. The issue everywhere around here is just this gravelly stone stuff. So this place would be great for car camping, but I have a tent, so I had to make do with what I had. I see this concrete structure here. I'm gonna go inside of it, see if I can, I might store my food in there tonight. So from where I was, across the creek, it looked like that was a doorway. It's definitely not. So it snowed last night. It's a beautiful day today. And I went for a walk. I met some nice folks who were well, I don't know about camping, but they were wheeling with their Jeeps down by the river edge down there. And they let me know about a nice view up the road. So I'm gonna ride with them, follow them a couple miles up the road, and see what it's like. So that little adventure was a pleasantly surprising endeavor, you know? I thought I was gonna sit around and do a whole bunch of nothing today, and these people came by and they invited me to go to the top of this trail. It was a pretty gnarly trail. It wasn't too bad. It was so much fun. On the way back, I did have a little run-in with a pile of wet leaves and the bike slid out from under me, but hey, you know, bike's fine, I'm fine. No issue. I lost my bottle. It bounced right out of the holder in the middle of the trail, so I had to go on a rescue mission to find that on the way back. So now I'm gonna get a fire going probably. My sister is supposed to be here, but she decided to take her time leaving. She's coming from Florida, so she's not gonna be here until 10 o'clock. So I hope she can make it down the gravelly road. I hope she can make it down unscathed. To Noah and your family, dude, that was awesome. I had a blast. Thank you again for inviting me on that adventure with you. That was really awesome. I'm soaking wet. In case you fall in.
Xiada's attempt at making fire.
I make fire.
We gotta cook a steak on that, you know? We now have Xiada's fire that was done completely by herself.
Yes, it was.
With zero help from me.
Yes, it was.
We are testing Xiada's feather stick making skills, and they're not too shabby.
He said it would light on fire.
That is the absolute bare minimum, so good job. So I said goodbye to my sister yesterday. She left and continued on to New York, back home. It's been about a week since I have been in a motel and had a shower, so a bit overdue. So here we are tonight. Next episode, we're gonna be in Georgia and heading into Florida. So I hope you can join me again. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.